Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. On today's video, we are working on the 2500 again. So today we are going to be doing some painting. Now, I mostly want to talk about the paint that I use. So I use this trim and bumper paint, and it's really good for trim and bumper. I use it to basically bring back life into plastics that have faded from what would normally have been black to a gray, or even bring plastics from a factory gray to a black. So for example, on my truck, I do not like this gray. This was gray from the factory. And if you look up here, this was supposed to be basically black. I'm not sure if it was like jet black necessarily, but it was obviously darker than this originally. And then if you go down here, same thing to this bottom piece. Again, since that is quite dark, I would be willing to bet that this was at some time black. Down the side of the truck, I've already got this side taped up. The other side isn't taped up quite just yet, but these aren't actually in bad condition. Most of the time, these start to go really bad. They'll actually go so faded that they start to go this color here. Not quite this far, but something more like that. So what you want to do is tape it up, and then we will be painting it just like normal. Nothing super fancy or special, just grabbing some trim and bumper paint. So here's the trim and bumper paint that we're going to be using. I actually used some of this to paint the grills black. So don't look over here because I didn't really try that hard. We're getting a new grill and a new emblem and everything like that. But I just kind of wanted to see what this would look like with this white and this black instead of this chrome and this kind of almost like, not quite this color, it was almost this gray. So I painted this black using the trim and bumper paint, and then I painted this white. So I think I'm probably gonna do something like this. I would really rather not do it all black because there's a lot of them that are just all black. I'd like to have it kind of this mixed, the black and white. And my biggest concern with doing that is having the paint not match. As you can see here, this is not the correct white. I'm just using some leftover white that I had because I don't want to use the actual truck match yet until I get the new one. But that's my only concern up here. But as you can see, the black looks pretty good. That is kind of difficult to paint this honeycomb, but this right here is perfect for painting plastics. Now, the biggest downside to this paint here is that the plastics have to be very clean and prepped. If there's dirt or oil, just like most surfaces, it will actually start to fisheye, and this stuff can fisheye really fast and in large areas. Even if you've just got like this little speck of oil on there, this will fisheye like all the way around it. You want to make sure that the surface that you're painting is very clean and prepped. So like this right here, you can see these are probably oil stains. I think maybe some over here. A lot of this is like, you can see somebody's shoe right there where we were standing on this. So you will just want to make sure that this is super clean. The other thing that we'll be painting black is these inserts here. I'd like to pull this all off, but I'm a little bit too lazy to do that on this go around. If I was replacing the bumper or something, I probably would tear it all apart and clean it all up and paint it like that. But since I'm just trying to make do with the stock bumper and make everything look real nice, we're just going to tape off real proper, tape off these fog lights here, my new fog lights, make sure that we're not getting any black paint on all of that. So without any further ado, let's get this all taped off. Oh, one other thing I want to mention, we use a lot of this right here. I'm not sure what the actual name of this is, pre-taped painter's plastic. I often known as a tape and drape. So it's got tape at the bottom, and then this actually lays out flat, and I believe you can get some of this one's 48 inches. So that's quite a bit of drape. And what that does is it allows you to basically put down one line of tape and then not have to worry about it. I did the thicker tape over here because I'm running out of it, so I just was using that last little bit. So what this does is as the paint falls down after you paint it, it'll protect down here. If you can put a layer or two of painter's tape up here, that puts you all the way up to like right here. And as long as you're careful about where you're spraying, you could actually keep the overspray off of up here. And then obviously, if you do get just a smidge of overspray, like a dusting, you can clean that off pretty easily. So I'm excited to get this project done. It is starting to get pretty cold outside. So I've got this painting project, and then I've got the one where we're doing the fender flares, where we actually are cleaning up the rust. So the other side over here's got rust on it. So in an upcoming video, we'll be cleaning up this and then putting some wider fender flares on it. So we're gonna try to get all that done this week while it's nice and warm still, and then we'll go from there. So this has gone back to black, looks fantastic. Same with down here. I did a really good job, made sure I took my time taping everything off. This went from gray to black and then back to black. I did the tail end of the truck too. So on the back of the truck, made sure that all the black plastics were back to black. And then I did the rear bumper. I did it with more bed liner. I did have a little bit of bed liner left over, so I made sure to do that. I think the back end of this truck turned out really good. I did prep the surface, so I'm not worried about this coming off, but I just didn't prep it like I would have if I wanted to paint it white. I did the handle here, so everything is all nice and refreshed. I am probably gonna be replacing this, and I'm probably gonna be moving the 4x4 logos over to here. And I might get rid of the Dodge logo and just put RAM on the back, kind of a little bit bigger logos. Oftentimes what will happen is on these older trucks, when you take these off, it will actually have stained back behind it because this has been getting sun faded and this has been being protected. I was picking at it a little bit earlier right here on that E, and it doesn't look like that's the case with this. So I might be removing this and changing a little bit there. So I really appreciate everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Also check out Patreon, link in the description below. We offer early ad-free access of our content that starts at just $1 a month. Also check out my Instagram link where we sell shirts and stickers, and to also get news on projects before they show up on the channel. Until next time, everybody, thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.